What if I told you there's one simple, unbreakable rule of money that could completely change your financial future? It's not about finding the next hot stock or a complicated investment strategy. It's something so fundamental, yet so many of us get it wrong every single day. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand this rule, but you'll have a clear roadmap to master it. This is the one concept that separates the financially successful from those who are always struggling. Are you ready to learn the first and most important rule of money? Alright, let's get straight to it. The golden rule, the bedrock of all personal finance, is this: you must earn more than you spend. That's it. It sounds almost insultingly simple, right? But think about it. Every credit card debt, every stressful call from a bill collector, every sleepless night worrying about money, it all boils down to a violation of this one rule. For a period of time, more money went out than came in. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. You can pour as much water as you want, but if the hole is too big, the bucket will never be full. Your income is the water, and your expenses are the hole. So why is something so simple so incredibly hard to follow in real life? Well, there are a few reasons. First, we live in a world of instant gratification. See it, want it, buy it now, pay for it later. Marketing is designed to make us feel like we need things we don't. That shiny new phone, the designer clothes, the daily gourmet coffees, they create an illusion of happiness. A quick fix that leaves our wallets empty and our stress levels high. Second, there's the problem of lifestyle creep. As our income goes up, our spending magically rises to meet it, or even exceed it. You get a raise at work, and suddenly you feel you deserve a more expensive car or a bigger apartment. Instead of building wealth, we just upgrade our spending. We're running faster, but we're still on the same financial treadmill. And third, many of us have never been properly taught how to manage money. It wasn't a subject in school for most of us. We learned from our parents, who may have had their own financial struggles, or we just tried to figure it out as we went along. This lack of financial education creates a huge gap in our knowledge, leaving us vulnerable to making poor decisions. So, how do we fix this? How do we actually start earning more than we spend? It's a two-sided equation. The income side and the expense side. You can either increase your income, decrease your expenses, or ideally, do both. Let's start with the side that gives you the most immediate control of your expenses. The first step to controlling your expenses is to know exactly where your money is going. I'm not talking about a vague guess. I mean tracking every single dollar. This might sound tedious, but it's the most eye-opening financial exercise you will ever do. You can use a simple notebook, a spreadsheet, or one of the many great budgeting apps out there. Track everything for 1 month. Every coffee, every subscription, every impulse buy, everything. At the end of the month, you'll have a clear picture of your spending habits. This isn't about judging yourself. It's about gathering data. Once you have this data, you can start to analyze it. You'll likely find a few surprises. Maybe you're spending hundreds of dollars on takeout without even realizing it. Or perhaps you have 5 streaming subscriptions when you only really watch 2. This is where you find your leaks. These are the easy wins. The expenses you can cut without feeling much pain. Once you've identified the leaks, it's time to create a budget. Now, don't let the word budget scare you. A budget isn't a financial prison. It's a plan for your money. It's you telling your money where to go, instead of wondering where it went. A popular and effective method is the 50-30-20th rule. This framework suggests you allocate 50% of your after-tax income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. Needs are the absolute essentials: housing, utilities, groceries, transportation to work. These are the things you must pay to live. Wants are everything else: dining out, entertainment, hobbies, shopping. This is the fun stuff, and it's important to have it in your budget so you don't feel deprived. And finally, 20% goes towards your future. This includes paying down debt, building an emergency fund, and investing. The beauty of the 50-30-20th rule is its flexibility. You can adjust the percentages to fit your life, but the key is to always prioritize that 20% for your financial goals. By paying yourself first, you ensure you're always making progress. Now, let's talk about the other side of the equation. Increasing your income. While cutting expenses is powerful, There's a limit to how much you can cut, but there is no limit to how much you can earn. This is where you can truly accelerate your journey to financial freedom. How can you increase your income? The most obvious way is to perform well at your current job. Become so valuable that you can confidently ask for a raise. Take on more responsibility. Learn new skills that are in high demand in your industry, and make yourself indispensable. Document your accomplishments so that when it's time for a performance review, you have a strong case for why you deserve more pay. But don't just stop at your 9 to 5. In today's economy, having multiple streams of income is becoming less of a luxury and more of a necessity. This is where a side hustle comes in. Think about the skills you already have. Are you a great writer? You could do freelance content creation. Do you love pets? You could start a pet sitting or dog walking service. Are you organized? You could become a virtual assistant. The possibilities are endless. Platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, and Etsy have made it easier than ever to monetize your talents. Even starting small can make a huge difference. An extra $500 a month might not sound like a fortune, but if you invest that money wisely over time, it can grow into a substantial amount thanks to the power of compound interest. A side hustle not only brings in extra cash, but also diversifies your income, making you less vulnerable if something were to happen to your primary job. It's a safety net that you build for yourself. Now, let's put it all together. You've started tracking your spending. You've created a budget that works for you, and you're exploring ways to boost your income. This is where the magic happens. When your income is consistently higher than your expenses, you create a surplus. This surplus is your tool for building wealth. It's the seed from which your financial freedom will grow. What do you do with this surplus? First, if you have high-interest debt like credit card balances, you attack it with everything you've got. This debt is an emergency. It's like a hole in your financial boat that's actively sinking you. Paying it off gives you one of the best guaranteed returns you can get. Next, you build an emergency fund. This is a stash of cash, typically 3 to 6 months worth of essential living expenses, kept in high-yield savings account. This fund is your shield against life's unexpected curveballs, like a job loss, a medical emergency, or a major car repair. It prevents you from having to go into debt when something goes wrong. It buys you peace of mind. Once your high-interest debt is gone and your emergency fund is full, you can start investing for the long term. This is how you make your money work for you. You can invest in low-cost index funds, real estate, or other assets that grow over time. This is the step that turns your savings into true wealth, allowing your money to generate more money, even while you sleep. Mastering this one rule, earn more than you spend, isn't about deprivation. It's about intention. It's about being the boss of your money. It's about designing a life where you are in control, not your bills or your debts. It's a shift from being a passive consumer to an active creator of your own financial destiny. It takes discipline, yes, but the freedom and security it provides are worth every bit of effort. Start today. Track 1 purchase. Find 1 expense to cut. Brainstorm 1 idea for a side hustle. Small steps, taken consistently, lead to massive transformations. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has given you a clear and actionable framework. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content on building a life of financial freedom. Let me know in the comments what your first step is going to be. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next video.